So, yeah. Okay. Who's in charge of this? Where's there? Oh, way back here. Reynolds, Lieutenant Reynolds. Lieutenant Reynolds likes to flank the enemy. So Lieutenant Reynolds wants to have... Yeah, because he has a map of this area. So he wants to move a lot of his force up along here. So that's going to become a major Axis support. But we have a lot of positions here. Now we're going to set that we want to be able to put fire up on. Let's move you guys to the other side of this wall. Get you into there. We're going to move the 50 cal over here. Put that there. We're going to move the machine gun to here. Let's see what kind of visual up the right way. A little bit. Would it be? It's probably too much out in the open up there. Get you a little more into the rocks. Now we're going to move this team over here. And from previous experience with this battle, I know the hill here becomes a death zone. So we're going to keep units off of it. Let's move the mortar over to here. Not entirely, but mostly. Okay, we can sort of see here. Wish was a little more clear on just where you could see, where your line of sight is and where it isn't. We're going to move the bazooka team over into these woods there. Now our assault squad here, here. Move these guys up to here. Oh, we have more back here. Good. Okay, well. They're going to be over there. There's our other mortar. We're going to move them over a bit more like here. Don't want to be too bunched up. Oh, let's move these guys up. Oh, come on, move. There we are. Look that way, yes. Look up that way. Multiplayer. I'm not sure. I have not really looked at this. Hello, Suitor. Variable position, strange. Well, okay. The hills. If you've got a squad up on the hill and you have, say, 4 squads down low that can all shoot at that one squad, they're going to concentrate their fire on it and do a lot of devastation on it. Now, I'm intending, what was Lieutenant's name here? Reynolds. I'm intending Lieutenant Reynolds to try to coordinate a move in which, at one point, squads along this ridge line here will all move up all more or less at once to put fire down into the valley and do it in a coordinated manner. And that way, you should win the firepower battle. Hello, Viper Dave. Yes. Piano Lupo, that's right. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to flank up the right side of the map here. And we're going to then secure the valley once we've done that. So I think we are ready. So we are going to, well, I'm going to just sort of add to that and save so we can come back if we wish to. Okay, so we're gonna, well, no, before we begin, we're gonna set up some movements. Now this 50 cal can, well, oh, wait a minute. Oh, okay, I want to move you right over to here, because I know there's going to be some enemy up there on top of that hill. So it looks like, well, maybe even a little more. No, drag you a little bit more over here so that you can fire up on that hill. I want these 2 units to be able to put fire on top of the hill there. I want to move them fast to there. Your troops, your units, your men can get winded, so they won't function quite as well. Now let's maybe just move to this wall for you. Fast move, just get them out of the kill zone, as it were. We want to move you up to these woods. Now let's move you to there. Okay, just issuing orders. And Sergeant Norman is going to rapidly move into here. You're going to fast move into that area there. I want to take that capture point fast. And I think that's good. So we're going to begin. Now I will tell you from my playing experience, the Italian also have a small tank. So yes, there is a small tank. Now I have seen it start over in this area, and I've seen it start over in this area. So the starting positions can vary for the enemy. So so if you played it through once, it's not guaranteed to be the same thing. So you can have this, gives replayability. Okay, so we've definitely spotted the guys up on top of the hill there. Some guys way out over there.
Enemy spotted.
Somewhere the Italians have a light mountain gun that I want to try to spot as soon as I can. Okay, well. Okay, they're observing the enemy. I still have yet to spot the tank. They're firing up at the guys at the top there. Why aren't these guys firing at the top? No target. Okay, well, thought I had you in a position that can get that target. Okay, that looks maybe better. It's a fast move. Oh good, looks like we're damaging them effectively. They're using their gun against us. Have we spotted the gun? It's there somewhere. Well, now that I somewhat at least have suppressed the top and they're firing into us there, we're going to start moving a little bit more. Yeah, I do not know the price, but you can compare it to other similar Slytherin Matrix games, I'm sure, to get an idea. Now you only have to wait a couple of days before. Okay, we're gonna push. Just move, I think, is all we need to do. Who are they? Oh, Richardson died. Our marksman expert is dead, and Franklin is unconscious. Who? I guess the guy's at the top. I'm all worried about the artillery piece, and they're getting shot by machine gun fire. Okay, well, we've not spotted the enemy tank yet. I'm a little surprised. Okay, I think we can move to here. Without getting too... I know you're just down to 3 minutes. I'm going to go along the flank there. And you guys, I guess, move your half track up there. Oh, there we are. There we are. There's an enemy artillery piece. Looks like right there. Either that or it's an anti-tank unit, but either way, let's just murder that area with a lot of mortar rounds. That'll be our main fire support. Well, trees provide concealment. And we are currently playing the Sicilian campaign, Operation Husky. Oh shit! Banks is dead, but we're moving. Okay, you guys keep moving up here. Get out of the fire zone for the mortar. And you guys also move. Our team. That's who we're on. Yeah, no, that's... yeah. You run out of there. Yep, that's the Italian artillery piece out here. What gun is that? I don't know. Now, a little bit on Italy. Italy should never have entered World War II. I mean, obviously, you know, Germany shouldn't have, and there's I'm not just talking morally, I'm talking, you know, that they're going to lose kind of thing. Obviously, it's morally wrong to start major wars for conquest and things like that. But Italy was in a very bad place industrially at the start of the war. They should not have entered it. The Italian infantry division, there were Italian mountain units, most assuredly, but the Italian infantry divisions were also all designed to operate in mountains. Because if you look at Italy's geography, to the north, the Swiss, French, Austrian, Yugoslavian, and then of course Germany moves in. Borders are all mountainous. Much of it, the central element of its country is mountainous. Places like Sicily and Sardinia are mountainous. So all basic units, you know, outside of like the Po River Valley and a few other places, we're going to be fighting in what would be considered mountain territory. So infantry divisions had mountain guns as a standard practice. Partially because of that, but also because Mountain guns are generally cheaper than proper artillery. Somewhat cheaper to build, but where really important is they were cheaper to make ammunition for, and so that they were lighter. And they're cheaper to transport. They don't need as many trucks or as heavy as trucks or as many horses or other beasts of burden to tow them around and tow the ammo around. So this is probably one of the Italian mountain guns that we're seeing here. Our gun is out. Our gun is out. Okay, so our gun is out. I don't know who got it. I have not seen the enemy tank. I expect it to be here. Maybe it's not here because we've done a hasty attack. I'm not sure. We're gonna zip out of here because you're just now no longer an effective fighting force, and might as well. Okay, you guys come to here. You guys move up to here. Assault squad. Yeah, just keep you from bunching up. You come to... Oh, not that far up. Move to there. Oh, they're all broken. Okay, from the mortar attacks. Or artillery attack. You can see we're getting ready to fire. And they're at the center of it. Yep, they're getting more artillery on them. You're talking about Italy and the tech. Yeah, the Italian Navy was sort of the premier force that got the big budgets and development before World War II. So it was definitely the... I'm not saying it's like better than the French Navy or better than the Royal Navy at the time. I'm just saying they were the ones that got the big budgets. I think I have too many units on this side here. Okay, well, you move to here fast. You see, move to the wall. Yes, because see, we're having the mortars coming in any moment now. Maybe I should have waited a few more times. Okay, yeah, here they are. I was going to like to do my move. Boom, 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 hitting that. Very good. Okay, now you guys fast move up to here. You fast move to here. You're the assault squad. I know there's somebody there. Let's see, can we get you up to here? And you fast move to there.
Team redeployed.
No target. I think that's about it. Well, a little bit more, I guess. Looks like we pushed them off that wall. That's good. Our assault squad is having a confidence and morale loss. Well, No, you stay where you're at. Okay, you guys fast move into that building. Capture the point. We still haven't spotted their tank. And it might be because I did a hasty attack. I just didn't have time to bring the tank up, but I definitely know that that's an Italian bazooka team or some sort of tank killing unit. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, let's again deal with our 60mm mortars here, which we really haven't been using. Let's drop rounds here, sort of letting see how the big mortar, 81mm mortar barrage was going to work out. Let's put rounds here. No, right, no more in between them. I don't want you to target the unit, I want to target the area. Now, how are these guys seeing? A little far hill. Not much, okay. Let's move up a little bit. Into the fight. I do hope we are going to do well here, on the right as well as everywhere else, but it looks like they still got a mortar or something firing at me. I don't know its position. Pretty sure it took out the mountain gun, I presume it was, there. Yeah, I don't need to push up anymore, I don't think. I'm just gonna keep here and let the firepower do its job. Mentioning that, let's adjust point of aim over to here. They've got 19 rounds left. Moving their headquarters section over here. Maybe trying to retake the point. Okay, you guys, let's look at the... Okay, if you were to move to here, you can maybe put fire on them. Uh-oh. Both Long is wounded and Wood is dead. Wish I could see smoke or something. That's where their artillery was. Yeah, I know I can try to scout out more, but I'm sort of satisfied with being on the point there with them. Well, got another enemy down. They're down, 3 wounded there. Those are just 2 men. Well, I am going to move these guys. Because they don't seem to be doing much good up there. Well, it looks like it's coming from up there where that cap point is. So let's take the mortar teams, because I don't have too much more for them to do, and still have 13 rounds left. So let's fire there. And they have 14 rounds left. Yeah, they're getting close to giving up, but I want to do as much damage as right. Yes, as well as doing that with the mouse to deal with the mountain. Oh yes, no, the 3D, now you can turn on and off the ridge lines, so I like them on, the terrain lines, but you can, you know, get down pretty well and see, I don't know if you can get a little bit more, but obviously you can move along, and so that is good. Now, I don't know how functional, okay, you keep moving up there. Physically taking of ground is in this game is only important if you actually take the cap points. So I don't know to take this cap point if it's worth greater casualties. I don't think so. If I had my half track still with the gun functioning, I would be pushing up more with it. Their command platoon running away, just lost somebody. Oh, they've taken way more heavy casualties than I like. They're doing alright. They're firing. Just inflicted another casualty, very good. Actually hitting anybody up here. I'm partially looking forward to, I know theoretically you can win this whole thing in one go, but I'm looking forward to the next version of this battle in which I hold a lot more of these flanks and just turn this into a kill zone. Get up, rush to the new position and get in cover. They're fleeing. They're not. Well, let's I don't know if these mortars are actually hitting anybody. 7 rounds left. Let's put a couple of rounds right in there. And battle complete. Okay. So we're going to go to the debrief. Allied major victory. Well done, Captain. The battle has ended because enemy morale broke and we captured an additional objective. You have won a major victory. Your casualties were lighter than expected. You captured more ground than expected. Very good. So we had 6 killed, 13 wounded. A bit high for my taste. I know we're going to have some. We killed 8, wounded 15 people for 23 total. And of course, 1 gun was damaged. Don't know if you quite consider wounded, but yeah. Okay, so we're still on the same map here. We're going to continue with the hasty attack. We have a lot more force balance. We have more artillery. They may have some air capacity. Okay, well. Now, well, that rifle squad of down to 2 men is not going to continue to operate. If I can get something better. I think we're going to keep the 50 cal 3-man team. Well, he may, I don't know if his gun will be working, so let's remove that. Add him. These guys are also a bit heavy on the casualties. No, I didn't want the AT gun, I want the 30 cal. Hey, thanks for following. Okay, well, see, second platoon is really messed up pretty bad. Now let's add this rifle team from 3rd platoon. And now we're getting into 4th platoon, but we're still mostly 3rd platoon. So let's, not that we need these people, but we'll set up and have that. Okay. Hey Arno, how you doing? Arno, just to sort of, and I know many of you know him, he is my primary, I have more than one moderator, but he is my primary moderator on my various channels. Mentioning that, I do have a Twitch channel, which you can follow, of course, and also YouTube channel, which you can subscribe to. There's a link on the Twitch channel to it. It's gamer_1745 if anybody would like to follow, subscribe, and whatnot. Okay, we're getting these mortars off the top of the mountain and down into the valley here and over behind here because we don't need them there. This is, yeah. Okay, we basically sort of have a killing zone over here. Trying to see where it would be good. Not so sure about that position, but I think if conditions are right, I will want to move to the yeah, okay, okay, up on that hill, move and take Casa Priolo. Is that how you would pronounce that? Maybe. Don't know if I'm going to try to push for that cap point because we're mostly looking at just punishing the enemy here. Okay, I think that will be our starting point. Let's move you up to these trees. So let's begin. Yeah, my flank might be exposed, but I don't think they're going to push up on my left here. Oh, there's the medium tank, or a medium tank. That is what I would probably consider a light tank, but looks like the R-35. Let's put some mortar rounds on it. Yeah, it's an R-35. And we now are getting a okay, that's just what I needed to see. Right there, we're going to drop a lot of mortars on the enemy. Who are you shooting at? Can you? Well, maybe it's better if we don't move him up to get shot at. Fire there. Yeah, I didn't bring any bazooka teams with me this time, Arno, but would be good for that. Move these up there. So we're getting a few spotting rounds. Basically, to explain, it's been a long time since I had any training on this. Basically, you have a map. You radio back, or field telephone in these days still. Both sides use lots of field telephones. Somebody would call back to the 81 millimeter mortars and say, on map square here, we want, we want mortar fire. So then they would fire on a battery. I don't know, it could be 3 or 4 mortars. So okay, so they would fire one round out of one of the mortars, and then it would land somewhere, and then they would go. Then they would adjust the fire based on, did it land way over here? Was it super short? Was it, sort of where was it? And so they would do, if things are going reasonably well, 2 or 3 rounds to sort of zero in on and this is what this is all simulating, and this is sort of why I'm explaining it. So there's a few rounds coming in. So somebody would be saying, a little further back, and then they got it dialed in to where it is, and then they set all the rest of the mortars to that setting because they're all sort of in a group, and so they don't want to hit one unit precisely. They want to hit an area. So it's good that they're not all in the same firing position, but they also give the same sort of azimuth and elevation settings for the mortars, and then fire for effect, and we will see that coming up here in about 25 seconds. Yes, I don't know if you would call a 30, well, it seems to have a gun in it, so it's a 37 millimeter R-35, French built. I guess the Italians bought some. And we've wounded somebody, though I don't think anybody in the tank. If a mortar round hits directly, it should be able to kill one of those things. Ooh, this guy's hitting them hard. He doesn't have many rounds left. He only has 8 rounds total. Now, I have seen them pictured with a trailer, and so I presume if they have a trailer on them, they're using... I've only got 1 HE left. They've got more ammo in the trailer than the 8 rounds in the half round. Okay, so we're seeing the mortars hitting pretty hard up in here. Those are the 81s. Okay, let's adjust some of our 60mm mortar positions. I want to... No, 60mm mortar. Fire there. And here, let's see. So I don't know how good we're going to do against the tank. Yes, still the biggest kid in the block here, that tank is. Yes, smoke is very useful in this game. I'm just not so sure how, partially because of the tank. I don't have an anti-tank gun here. Well, let's try to get more of the squads in contact. Okay, guys. Oh no, this is the enemy. Okay, well, with that last shot here, let's adjust fire over to here. You guys move to there. Okay, you still have 14 rounds left. Very good. Very good. You make sure you're firing there. I just saw a mortar fly right in front of me, round fly right in front of my face. Got a sniper over here. Okay, let's run here, see if we can beat the sniper while the machine gun is suppressing the sniper. Looks like they're going to make it. Okay, good. Get into the building. There we go. Cap that point. Let's just again readjust the mortars a bit. I think there's still more guys out here. We've got 10 rounds, so might as well use them now. Yes, thanks for following the channel, Challenger. It looks like we'll get this in about 7 minutes. But I'm pushing up a little bit, but I'm not going to push very far. Yes, primarily meaning I don't plan on rushing to get the North Road point. Ah, there's the mortar team right there. Okay, there he is. There he is. Fire right there. 10 rounds left. Very good. So that's the thing that can really, in my opinion, mostly still hurt us. Fire. There we are. Oh, somebody got him. Some of them. Still putting some rounds there, won't. Okay, well, that's the battle. So we can go to the debrief here. Allied decisive victory. The battle ended because the enemy morale broke and they were forced to flee. Have secured all objectives in the area. Basically because they flee, presumably our troop just secured the last one. Casualties were lighter than expected. Very good. Well, we had 3 casualties. 1 killed, 2 wounded. For officers, 2 of their officers were wounded and 6 of their soldiers and killed and 9 wounded, for a total of 17 enemy casualties. Okay, so we've got that. We're on the North Road now. Hasty attack, dawn attack, night attack. Well, so many of the units are so messed up. I think we're going to go with the dawn attack. So we're going to slow up a little bit. And I think we may be having a surprise or two, or maybe not so much for me. So inland push continues. Supporting artillery and tanks are still in the process of landing at the beachhead. So we picked up a group of 82nd Airborne paratroopers who have been fighting in this area. Since they landed the night of the invasion, they report German tanks and Panzer Grenadiers are moving southward towards our position. And have your troops dash for high ground and grab positions that are favorable for deploying anti-tank guns. Acquire and hold Abio, Priolo, and Ulevito at any cost. Okay, well, I don't know if at any cost, but that. Now here we are at force imbalance favoring the enemy this time. Keep that in mind. Now, okay, we've had some reinforcement and all of the units should be resupplied. Well, we can do a medium tank. We've got that off the beach. I think we're going to go with 75 for more ammo than otherwise, I think. Because of the possibility of, or I'm sure enemy tanks. I'm going to keep the 2, we have two mortars, yes. Let's see here. BAR team, rifle team. Let's add in another BAR team. Now we are. Let's create a scouting unit, scout force there, because we will be facing tanks, as Arno suggested. Bazookas would be nice. And there's going to be even more tanks, so... Oh, this rifle team... Oh, did that get split? Or is it just that? small. No. Okay, good. So let's add in another BAR team. And there we're going to put in more bazookas. I think that is a reasonably good force for what well, no, it's best we can do for the force that we're expecting to fight. So now I'm going to save this. Okay, we're going to resume because I don't know if we're going to be able to finish this today, and if the powers that be within Slytherin want me to continue this next week, I would be happy to. If you want to see this more, you can let us know. Okay, I want to change this viewpoint and look this way. Now, we need to secure much of these positions as possible. So units way in the back are not what I'm looking to have. We're going to move the bazooka team over to here now, come over to here. Oh, come on, move. There we are. And we'll also move the scout team over here. Don't know how useful the anti-tank guns are going to be. Seeing they're only 37mm and they're anti-tank guns. But I think what we will do is have them move to this area here, so we don't want our mortars concentrated because of counter battery fire. We're going to rush and try to get to the top of the mountain fairly quickly. Oh, come on, move. Okay. There we go. Our 50 cal, let's get that there. Okay, I think that's what we're going to do for starting positions here. And hello, Messi Nisi, I guess. So how far can you zoom in? It's fairly well detailed. Let's come over here. So, you know, we can recognize that as a half track with an artillery piece in it. I can rotate the camera around. You can see the men here, the MG team. So fairly well, all things considered. And you can see the position. There's the gunner sort of sitting down behind the machine gun with the assistant with the loader there feeding in the ammo. So that's pretty good, you know. Now, and this can be important, but sort of at the scale we're playing, I find it a little more useful, a little further out so that I can see what's going on. Okay, now we are going to do our opening moves here. So we're going to the one thing is missing in my opinion with this, oh, I'm doing the wrong, is the ability to do waypoints. Might as well go fast. I would like that. I would like to be able to do waypoints. Move up to the reverse slope of the hill. Quickly get there. You also come to the reverse slope. We want to go fast for these cap points. We cap the points here. Get the bazooka team in place, get the BAR in place. Yeah, almost like miniatures. I mean, these for me are what a lot of these games have done, as replaced miniatures for me. Now, another, I guess, sort of Matrix product that they sell that goes way, way back to SSI. What is it? Strategic Simulations Inc. or something originally is. Now I'm going down. Oh man, I always get memory blocks on these things. Oh God, I hate doing this. Because I know what it is, but it's Steel Panthers. That's it, Steel Panthers. A great, great game. It's turn-based, though you do have instead of simultaneous like this. But it is still a great game. I highly recommend it. So, Steel Panthers is, like I say, it's a turn-based. Does have squad level infantry as part of it. We'll move you right to there. I would love to play some of that for you sometime, whether on Slytherin or on my channel, but it is a great game. So we're going to move the tank. Don't want to go too far. Let's move the tank a little more over here. And we're going to move the anti-tank gun right up to here. Well, let's just move it. Don't get them too tired out pushing the gun. Steel Panthers, yes. You'll find it on the Matrix site. It's really good. Now, like I say, it's turn-based. I mean, I hope they're not upset that I'm pushing another one of their games as opposed to this one, which I am showing off. But it does have opportunity fire, so if you're taking your turn and you're moving your tanks into like a field of fire of another, anti-tank gun, it will get the chance to shoot at you. But it is, your turn, their turn, your turn, their turn. And it's also, it's the game that got me off of, I used to play Micro Armor and HO Armor as a kid, long, long ago. Way back into the 1970s, I've been playing miniature tank warfare. So, sort of the replacement for me on that. Steel Panthers? No, I think it's Steel Panthers. Oh, Heroes of Normandy. That's another fun game. It's a fast paced. It's not a real attempt to be realistic like this is an attempt at that. I don't know Devil's Pig Dev at all, but I do know the game. Heroes of Normandy. I really like the theme of the game. Okay, tanks. Well, and maybe it's going back to my miniature days, but I do like the ability to pause as opposed to, and give orders as opposed to some other real-time strategy games that you can't. God of War, yeah. Okay, so we've secured the one cap point there ourselves. Okay, that I believe is a half track up there from playing this scenario earlier. Yep. And that, I think, will be a Panzer III. Okay, you guys keep moving here. You keep moving fast to there. Oh, you don't think there's a clear path? Fast move. Okay, guys, you come, you dash to here, and you dash to here. Okay, scout, you come up to here, fast, get there. Bazooka team, get there. BAR team, you get to the wall behind them, behind the forest. You can come up to this tree. Okay, now what can this see? Not a whole lot, but that could see a little better. So let's move to here. Get there and get set up. You stay on the reverse slope. You stay on the reverse slope. You move to this group of trees. Fuel management, no. Ammo, most assuredly. My mortars that are sitting back here, they've got 24 rounds. If there's sort of a hasty follow, because this is a campaign, it's like a second battle, hasty follow on, I may not get resupplied on more mortar ammunition. Should learn how to speak better if I'm going to do this. So there's definitely, and as you can see, and then this guy with the M1 carbine, he has 75 rounds of ball ammunition. The mortar has 24 rounds of HE. He has 21 rounds of 45 caliber ACP ball. So we can see that the ammo is a situation here. So you don't just get to, you know, shoot and have no consequences for that. You guys rush to there. Keep going. I know you're winded. And you also condition of troops: winded, healthy, wounded, wounded unconscious. Oh, you guys can just move. Okay, let's... no, I think we're going to keep our Sherman, our M4A1 medium tank. There. Okay.
Get me out of here.
Absolutely. And it's not, like we can see here, it's not the unit. Uh-oh, Curtis is dead. Damn, Curtis is dead. And Moss is panicked, but he is setting up his MG here. We're going to pull these guys off the hill. Or down out of here if we can, because we got the armor down there is maybe what's panicking them. Let's move this scout right to... No, I want the scout. There. Move up to there. Okay, now we've more or less taken the objectives we need to take, and they need to counterattack us. So We're going to let this develop. Okay, they're taking casualties. Very good. We've already, of course, taken some, but... Now, are we hearing it? See, that I think we are hearing is a MG42. We were talking about the machine gun types earlier. So, that is doing well. We're holding out in this building here. Got a bazooka. And also, for those of you who don't know, the blue arc is sort of the arc in which they are prepared to deal with an attack from. So we can specify a 360 degree if we want them to, say, look in the rear. I, of course, want them to just look that way, but you can specify their play and fire arc. Uh-oh, we're taking casualties. He's hiding. Oh, we've got hit by something a lot heavier. Now, we have artillery and mortars. I think we're going to, it's a bit early, but I think we're going to use, it's going to take a little while for it to come in here. We're going to use our mortar barrage there. Partially because we just had that happen. They get pushed out of there, and I want to be able to hold that building. That is, yes, a Panzer IIIN. The Panzer IIIN is the last version of the Panzer III that was made. It has a short barrel, the same barrel as the early 75mm guns on the Panzer IV. But it's now an effective weapon because it has a hollow charge shell and can, at the right ranges, or if hit here, can knock out the Sherman. Not saying will, but it is possible to do so. Where this is a SDKFZ, the 250. I keep mixing up the 250 or the 251, but it is the Stroke 10, which has the 37mm gun. Hey, thanks for following, everyone who hasn't already. You can follow us here. You can also, let me just pause this here. Paste. Follow me on Twitch as well, and on my Twitch page there is a link to my YouTube channel, which many more great Slytherin games are featured there. We're doing some close fighting. Oh, and I don't know if we're just they took the casualty. This game does do, because in my earlier playthrough before, because I did test this out to try to do well for you guys, I was holding this building and the Germans assaulted it, and I was wondering what this sort of kind of, or some sort of sound, and it was like knife slashing. So they were in like bayonet and knife range. So this will do bayonet and knife range level. Hey, frog leggers, you're here. Good to have you here. So this game does simulate down to that. No, I know we're slightly late, but I'm going to give it a few more moments here. Because there's something that's sort of, well, okay, our mortars are coming in. Mortar barrage is coming in here. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, while that mortar barrage is doing, we're going to rush this fire team into the building. Make sure we're holding that with us. Well, if we can take out that half track there, it wouldn't be a waste of the mortar barrage, for sure. And Okay, they've reported they're in position now. Now squads don't really have radios. We see the 50 cal here having a radio. The platoon HQ would have a radio up to a higher level. No, maybe the tanks' radios would talk to the platoon or company commander's radio. This is sort of what I was waiting for, that I was expecting to come and see. Tigers, anyone? We've got a Tiger. My M4A1 Sherman. Oh, it could probably penetrate the side and definitely the rear of the Tiger, but it isn't going to penetrate the frontal armor effectively. So we have to watch for that there, and it's now sort of guarding that point. And we do have some bazooka teams, but I'm not going to be stupid enough to run them across the open to try to knock that out. So they're sort of somewhat of a defensive situation here. We're holding, as you can see up here at the top, enough points to call this a win if we can hold all these points, but with that Tiger, we're far from shore. And I don't know whether the Germans are getting more stuff coming onto the map, or they've just all been sitting back here and are out there. And I'm very sure this 37mm anti-tank gun, as I was talking earlier, the U.S. infantry, which was in charge of the developing of the anti-tank gun, as opposed to the armor corps, or the cavalry, or the artillery. It was the infantry. They were demanding an easily manhandleable weapon. How close can... Oh, people keep asking. Sorry, let's just zoom in, and we'll zoom in and see if we can on the Tiger here. So, okay, well, the Tiger's sort of behind the trees. We can see the men in the building and sort of highlight them. We can see this MG team. So he's laying prone now. Earlier we saw whether the same type of MG team with the guy sitting behind the MG with the assistant loader sort of kneeling more. Now here they're all prone, so we can see that they're prone and taking cover. This squad is hanging out behind this wall. This bazooka team, one guy's up, one guy's back. They've got 5 rounds. And this scouting team up here, 3-man scouting, they're all, well, one's kneeling, 2 are laying down in the trees, trying to watch without getting spotted and keeping us informed what's going on. And so, you know, that all does matter to setting up. Hello, I'm online. The 3rd, in 2 more days, it should be out. Yes, and thanks for following. So yeah, so that